There we go. Hello, everybody. So how's everybody doing tonight? Hi, Samurai. Hi, Corback. Hi, Andy. Hello, Spirit Fox. Hello, Necronite. Still at work, Spy? But one more hour. You can do it. Hello, Corback. It's 3 a.m. for you? Dang. Yeah, plug unplug. I was trying to get something set up and I've tried to simplify like the headset and everything I'm doing with my PC, and hopefully I can get through tonight without crashing, but I'm not too certain. So if suddenly the stream stops, I'm just crashed. I'll be right back. Red alert, check VRC avatar how to. Oh, okay. Bum, bum. VRC how to. Oh my. Oh, okay. So yeah, apparently I am going to have, here in a little bit, hopefully, yes, they'll be posting their new undies that they have. So that looks very, very cute. Hi, Grumpy. Oh, and the link that you posted today was awesome. It's really good to get to see you and to see you on the news, no less. Doing like the World War reenactment stuff. It was like super awesome. Hi, Ben. Hello, Kiriko. And hello, Avi. Hi, Gamer Guy. And hello, Zaki. Did I know that I was adorable? You're adorable, Ben. Been a while since you've been on TV for anything? Oh, so you've been on TV before? Noise. Oh my goodness. I don't have my headset plugged in. This could be a very short stream if I didn't plug my headset in. 1 second while I try to reach behind my back to plug in my cord to my battery. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see if we can do this. I doubt I can do it with controllers in my hand, but we will try. Okay, so I got a cord and it has a USB-C like attachment to it. And then I got a battery somewhere back here. Okay, yeah, it's right there. Okay, so now we gotta hold the battery. Let's see if I can plug it in. You were on for a quiz bowl back in high school? And you're interviewed a few years back about local paranormal folklore. Nice. Okay. Okay. I can't find the hole. Oh my god, this is like graduation night all over again. And what? Now I'm sitting in a chair. It's lower than you think. I know, Soup, it is. Okay. I'm not going to be able to do this with like controllers on. And plus, I'm sitting somewhere randomly. Okay, let's turn off sitting stuff. We hate sitting stuff. Soup, I absolutely adore that you're the one that's like, hey, it's lower than you think. Okay, so I'm going to have to actually set my controllers down because I don't know if I can. Okay, we'll try this one more time. Soup knows a thing or two about thing or two. I know you're super straight, Soup. Okay. You got to do this by feel. You can't see what you're doing. Okay. Ooh. Ah! I made it in the hole. All right. So now I should be good to go for the rest of the stream. In theory, if my headset stays on. Hope you use protection. No, man. I went in raw. You can't be properly ejecting your USB sticks. You have to stick it right in, and just hope for the best. Samurai Soup slays so much puss. I know. Man. He gets all the kitties to meow. Oh, but the biggest thing that I've been doing last day or two is I found a new avatar, which I'm really, really having a lot of fun with. I've been as I've mentioned in Discord, is I've been doing AI images of a goblin girl, trying to think of a way to make an avatar. And so anyway, I found an avatar that was 90% of the way there. And I was like, two of the different hairstyles I was thinking about using, it had both of them. And I was like, what? It was just way too perfect. So I ended up getting a cute little goblin avatar. Hey, Ronaldo. Goblin these nuts? Well, it is fully functional. So I did get it for that purpose. So I would have something that I could, do some more interesting activities here in VRChat with. Oh no, I really liked the goblin that you had in AI artwork, but this is the one that. Let's see. Yeah, there she is. Okay. Oops, I was going to do the other one first. Oh well. But anyway, this is where I am with her already. I'm trying to edit her skin a little bit. So I got freckles on the face now. I got the reddish blush. The reddish blush I'm going to put on the ears, on the shoulders, top of the breast. I also changed the lips because the lips were very, very green now, and so pretty much just teacup as a goblin. I do have a type. So basically making sure that the lips and every other and all the naughty bits and bobs, I'm just going to turn them all pink and have a reddish hue around them. Hi, Mock. So basically what I did is, here, I'll show the original one. To be good. But anyway, so as you can see, the face is actually much, much smoother. The lips are green. Basically what I did is, it always kind of bothers me that a lot of the models here in VRChat just have perfect skin and everything else. So like that's the very first thing I did is I like blotched up the skin. Yeah. And that was actually a lot of fun, like a little project. So I redid all the skin, so now the skin has blotches and it's not like as smooth and nice as this one. So this one is actually, probably, a smoother, cuter face. But for me, I don't know how to explain it. When it comes to skin and like avatar presentation, I always like to see like a little bit of flaws. I like the fact that um, you know, you have the red on the face, a little bit of sunburnt maybe, could be wind damage, who knows? So if you get a really close look up on the skin, you can see that now that's all blotchy. And so next we'll be adding red and then a layer of freckles. So I got a lot of texture work to do. I like to be, even though freckles are completely random, there is a little bit of a pattern to them. Ah. Well, that was quick. Okay. Oh, did it actually? Oh my gosh! It like crapped out and didn't kick me out this time. Haha! Hasn't done that for months. Well, that was our first little crash, and it didn't happen. So, I am very, very like this could work. Freeze your stream in 10 minutes or less. Get face tracking. Yeah. um, I've gone through all my stuff, settings, and everything else, and it ends up. I think it's just my motherboard at this point in time. I think I just need to upgrade and get like new parts and everything. But anyway, so that's what I've been doing is getting the skin and texture right on this. I'll probably be doing a little bit more work on the freckles. Probably change the eyes. And of course, start messing around with the colors of the hair and everything. Hi, Crow. Hello, N64. The freckles and splotches should be darker green to fit Gob. Well, no, there's I'll post some of the pictures that I've been making in the AI in Discord to kind of show like what I'm trying to get to. Hello, Avi. Yeah, it's a Goblin Girl. This is like my current project I'm working on, is trying to get her like to a little bit more, um, like closer to what I think it should look like. So we will see how well we can get there. You like my low voice? It's sexy, lady. Ah, why, thank you, Pika. Hey, random bro. But a little thing that I did is simply lighting the hands because they were very, very dark green. And so now they should be just a slightly lighter than the normal. But we will see. I think in between the fingers of one of them, I messed up. So I need to come in and figure out if, well, is that super noticeable in the game or is that like only in Unity can I see that? But we'll figure it out. But yeah, so I got this one, like I said, just because I didn't have really anything with any really good attachments, and this one does. So, Also, too tall for Gob. Should be Carby sized. Ah, well, I think she is just like, a couple of inches taller than Dear Boy. Because this one came with like, because this is like the exact same thing that like hairstyle that I've been like making images in AI with. But this one also came with like this super cute other bangs, and I'm like, I like this as well, but still, I think in the end, these bangs are gonna win out. Because the other hair I was also thinking about is like this super long one, and like that goes everywhere. Because like I generated a couple of images with that, and I thought it looked really cute. But I like the short hair. Yeah, and I like the way that the bangs go back and forth every time that I move my head and talk, and like so it's constantly, in my eyes, and just it has a lot of personality. Be careful, I compete with your cake on Discord. Okay, Corback. But yeah, so this is my current project. This is probably what I'll be spending a significant amount of time on. I do like the texture work and like getting the skin to work and everything else. Is like I spent um, like a lot of time earlier just getting like lighting up the in between the breast and that, so it's just a little bit more peach colored. Uh, so I like doing a lot of the super subtle work that ideally nobody will even see. Yeah, is that it'll just all blend in and become like one entire effect where people won't be like, oh, I see what you did there. It's just be like, hopefully if I did it right, it'll be completely unnoticeable. Hello, Tara. Or Thera. Mm. Hi, Zero. Mm. I'm doing really good. Ah, what you thinking, Grumpy? Let's see. No Easy Way Out by the Proto Man. Okay, and this might be super loud right at first. I can't remember where I set my volume setting. Okay, there we go. Thankfully, it took just a little while to load up. You came to relax and vibe to music after having a catastrophic Sunday and finally catching your breath a little? Aw. Well, I'm sorry you're having a rough time there, but I am super glad that you're here. This group formed while you in Murfreesboro in Tennessee. You never even knew about them? Ah. You burn out your drive? Ah. That sucks, Tara. Is recently something similar happened, and like, yeah, I was digging everywhere, like trying to find my backups, and I lost about half my stuff just due to like poorly planning. Because I thought I had everything backed up, but of course I didn't. Yeah, so it was challenging. So like when you start going through everything and going, okay, where is this asset? And you're like, oh, it's just gone. Yeah. Aw, why thank you, Corback? Hey, Mango. I am doing really good. Had a good day today. Had like a couple of fires to put out, but like, everything went well. So and I got to do some model work and getting to stream tonight. So all in all, a very good night. Last night had our weekly get together, and that was a lot of fun. Had a good turnout, and a lot of people like just because it just ended up being like a snuggle party, and that like is always a good time. Somehow burnt water while cooking today? No, but I have done that. Put a pot on to boil and then like forget about it and go like do a chore or something outside. Come inside and like, why do I smell burning? Oh, this non-stick pot. Now the bottom of it, like I have completely ruined the non-stick part of a pot before, like by leaving it on the eye for so long. Oh, and that is something. Okay, I always wondered if that was like a family thing or if that is like other people do the same thing. Okay, the burners on a stove is everybody in my family calls it an eye. But every time I use that terminology around anyone else, they're like, what are you talking about? Does anybody else have used eye for their stove? Never heard it, never heard it, not normal. Thanks, guys. Yay! Nope. Okay, so I guess it was just a family thing. Hello, Kubo. The good old stove eye term for electric stoves? Yeah! See? Tara knows what I'm talking about. Like the old stoves. Oh, and I'm not playing any music. Man, what's going on? I am slacking. We just called it a coil, not the eye? Spirit, yay! See, Spirit knows what's up. Spirit uses eye for a burner on the stove. Then again, never used gas burning stoves. If you ever get a chance, Mr. Match, definitely try a gas burning stove. Takes a little bit to get used to, but it is nice to have that instant on and off heat. Tara, it's a retired term because not many electric stoves still have the red hot coils of doom. And the eye I was taught about was the center point where you get even heating and cooking for burgers. Okay, let's see if we get to come back from this one or if it is going to nail me out again. Maybe. Are we going? Yeah. Bum, bum, bum. Well, it was a good run. Let me try one more thing that might let me link back into it. Sadly, okay. So we were able to make it almost a half hour this time. All right, let me hurry and I'll switch over to my other headset. I'll be right back while I close everything out and try to get back in. All right, be back in just a moment. What, you don't like my sexy pose? Yeah, this is not doing it for you? Oh, look how bendable I am. All right. Well, I'll see everybody in just a couple of minutes while I hurry and boot up my other headset. Okay, so that should be everything back to working. So, yeah, I think I've shown that sadly my current PC cannot handle my headset with this streaming software running. Aw, thank you, Wolf. I'm glad that you liked them. Yeah, back to my normal deer outfit. And now I have a tracker that doesn't want to track. That's all good. We will figure this out as we go. Let's see. Wait, doesn't Wispy Woo have a new world out right now? Starting to get tired, Corbeck? Aww. Well, let's see. Hmm. Is it Loft Crest? Let's go here. Well, let's see. We got a new Wispy Woo world. For those who do not know, Wispy Woo has some of the best like VRChat worlds, and it has become like almost an event every time they release something new. Is everybody kind of rushes to their worlds to see what like all the new stuff is. Hi, Jenny. Oh, I still have my vest on with the battery. I don't need this thing on. Let's see. You want head pats, Avi? Okay. Okay, let me hurry and throw this off to the side. Come on in. But one of the best things about the Wispy Woo worlds is that they're all like cuddle places. Everywhere you go, there is a spot like to kick back and cuddle. Welcome back, Spirit. And this one has a very red light on it. Oh, I don't actually have the avatar, but I saw one of the coolest avatars last night. And I'm going to have to hunt it down. But it's actually like, was it Trent? Trent? Anyway, it's like a tree girl. And so like they actually have like, like wooden limbs and like a long foxtail that's like made out of wood, um, and along with like antlers and all this other stuff. And so it just looks really, really cool. And one of my friends was wearing it last night, and I was just amazed. It's like, because here in VR chat, you get to see a lot of e-girls, e-boys, and even a lot of furries. But man, I had never seen, a tree themed avatar before. And so it was just insanely cool. This is like Wispy Woo's worlds are very romantic. Like I said, they're just made for cuddling. So every time they bring out a new one, everybody flocks to them, and we'll have their events at the new Wispy Woo world. So let's see. We got this one, and it has, actually a interesting choice. But we are apparently in a treehouse, and the view is of a swamp. So if you were ever an ogre and need of like a really really comfy place. I know, Samurai. Events. But yeah, the events here in VR chat can get like really, really nutty sometimes. But so okay, so we are in a treehouse in the middle of a swamp. And if I can't ever find that Trent, am I pronouncing that right? How do you spell or how do you like actually say the creature? Like the animated trees. Trents? Treant? So we got a conversation pet. Yeah, you have to have a conversation pet. But yeah, man, if I would have known this was like a tree themed world, I definitely would have spent a little bit more time looking for that avatar today. It's spelled Treant, and I believe sometimes the are Ints for short. Yeah, I've always called them Ints as well, just because I didn't know how to pronounce it. So I'm like, I can say Ints, yeah. But anyway, a staple of like Wispy Woo worlds is these blankets that are draped over everything. Yeah, it's kind of like their call sign basically. So every place that you go to that like Wispy Woo has made a world is that you'll see blankets draped over everything. So let's see, we got 3 different ways to go. We got a little portal. Let's go out the portal window. Huh, that's just a window with a view outside. You like the sci-fi bedroom, the one where it's raining outside? I know which one you're talking about, and yeah, that's one of my favorites as well. Um, because not only is it sci-fi themed and it looks really cool and it's surprisingly easy on your PC, but it also has like collars and other little things that make like so you can have pets in there and everything else. So that's always nice. Fun fact: Tolkien described the lost Entwives as being giant green-skinned humanoid women, not all like the male treants that we see in the film. So the Jolly Green Giant is an Entwife and a woman. Good to know. All right. I bet like the person who made like the Jolly Green Giant probably has like egg on their face now, and they're like, "Oh man, so embarrassing! I can't believe it." Ah, look at this. They got like a little record place. Okay, this is cool. I haven't seen this before. Oh my god, it's like a little disc jockey area. Got a seat in the front, all these records beside them. Oh, and they put like their own characters and whatnot on there. Oh, that is super adorable. And you got like a little record player here. Ah, okay, this is an adorable addition. And I can't believe that records are still like, being produced and actually sought after right now. Oh man, Do yourself a favor and don't read any like modern news about Guns N' Roses. Oh my gosh. I checked up on the band like a couple of days ago and I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Just remember the good times. Saw a dozen roses for $13 at the store the other day. Is that a good price? Yes. If they're just 12 dozen roses, just the stalks, then maybe not. But if it has like the fern leaves and everything else with it, then that is a phenomenal deal. I got a wild hair up my butt. Been thinking about other people that really enjoyed the band back in the day, and so I looked them up, and like, yeah, yeah. Mm. Take me down to Barbecue City where the beans are hot and the ribs are meaty. Oh, won't you please pass the rolls? Those lyrics work way too well. Axel Rose has had a few too many benders at the Golden Corral. I loved Golden Corral. I haven't been there in probably like 7 or 8 years, but I used to love going there just because like everybody would be like, "Oh, a buffet of like I don't know what is normally like sit down steak stuff," and they're like, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Nah, it's actually really good." And you only get like food poisoning like maybe every fourth or fifth time you go there, so it's like not too terribly bad. Cat skills. Your Pell Grant came through after school took everything. You got 375 left. Wow, that'd be great if your rent was $50 a month. I know. It's like, I don't understand how anybody is paying their bills currently. Yeah, I really like Golden Corral. But it's just been one of those things that where I haven't been up north and like basically the only Golden Corral I have is 100 and some odd miles away. And I rarely get up to that side of the state, so it's been a while. So got all the controls for the world, got another cute little bedroom. Oh, and ads will be starting here in about a minute. So I think when that happens, I am going to go get a drink. I forgot to grab anything to drink for the stream, and I am parched. Ooh, and we got like a little outside area here. But yeah, Golden Corral is like I like going there and getting their like their roast. It is like insanely good. It's just shredded beef and like shrunk down in an insane amount of au jus, and it's just I just load up plates. And like then you get a big old thing of mashed potatoes with it. And people are like, "Don't you want anything else? You got an entire buffet here." I'm like, meat and taters." Okay, we got cool fireplace. Oh, and commercials, so I'm going to hurry and run. Pet peeve, calling au jus. What is it? What's the pet peeve on au jus? Was it not au jus? What's your pet peeve? I don't see what the pet peeve is. Okay, I'll be right back. Gonna go get something to drink, and because my throat is still a little scratchy. Au jus means with juice. So you said I like putting with juice on it. Yeah, but that's not the same. Au jus is like, a meat like broth. Everybody knows what au jus is. It's a meat and onion broth. And just because the name is to say with juice doesn't mean that it doesn't mean also, a meat and onion broth. Welcome, Miss Dragon Hunters. We'll have to warn all the dragons here that we have a hunter in our midst. It's just you. Yes. And I'm sure if I went to a restaurant or a store and hey, I want some jus, they would know exactly what I meant if I didn't say ah jus. Well, I will have to remember that to use au jus all the time now, like samurai. I know I had some French fries with some tomato au jus the other day. But anyway, for last week I've been kind of fighting a serious cold, and so I had to cancel my stream on Saturday because I was very very ill. But it's kind of funny in that like how you have to take care of yourself in different ways is like I was still feeling kind of cruddy yesterday, but we still like had the Monday meetup, so I wanted to do that because like those are always a lot of fun. And so it's kind of funny in that like I was up and moving around and that, and like obviously still getting over a cold, so I was like, but at the same time, like once I got rested after I was messing around, I felt better. And I'm like, it's always strange to me how sometimes, resting is exactly what you need to get over like an illness or whatnot, and then sometimes you just need to sweat it out. And I have no idea what the difference is, and like I'm like, how can we even tell? It's like the only way I can tell is like I try to do something, and then about halfway through I'm like, oh, that was a mistake. Ketchup is just marinara that got lazy. Mr. Match, I'm definitely might call ketchup tomato au jus. You should. It's gonna be like wonderful. French fries. We never create this, but that name. Yeah, I know. How did French fries get their name? Were they ever from France? I'm getting there, Abby. I am like feeling tons better. But still, if you hear me like cough up something and whatnot, it's just me getting over a cold. In French, we just say frites, fries with the French fries. Ah, nice. Just say fries. Okay. Sleep, the ultimate cure. Normally, that's where I do, Avi, is like, if I'm not feeling well, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to force myself to get like as much sleep as possible. And that seems to work out pretty well. Why, thank you, Furry Gamer. And I don't recognize the authority of the cuteness police, so ha ha ha. Good luck issuing your warrants here. You say it like freet. So fries would be freet. Pomme frites means fried apples. Hi, Goosebumps. Okay, well, if you say so. Fries with au jus is actually pretty good. All the time, like I'll get like a French dip at Arby's, and then instead of ketchup, I'll just dip my like fries in the au jus. Oh wait, there was a redeem a little bit earlier that I missed. Okay, so Crow wanted Catboy, and then we'll go for 2 songs, and then go for Maid Boy. Wish my face tracking was working. Catboy with face tracking is adorable. C'est la vie. I'll have to figure it out. There has got to be a way. I am going to do this. I am going to figure out a way to get my face tracking to work and headset to work without crashing on stream. That's my goal. It's going to happen. I feel good about this. I'm going to be able to do it. Maybe. We'll find out. Mm-hmm. Fries with sauce? Fries with sauce probably would be French fries and ketchup. So yeah, I am pretty good with like tomato tomato au jus being like a code word for ketchup. So like pomme de terre frite au jus, au jus. You want the juicy juice or the with? Frita, frita au jus. Ooh, fire, 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 yeah, fire. Pomme de terre is potatoes, so you want potatoes with potatoes? My French knowledge is failing out of French class in 7th grade. So that's where I'm at for that second language there. You have Capri Sun, that's a box wine with a straw punch through it. Actually, that'd be like a really good idea. You know how they come out with like the different hard liquors with like I think you can actually get a hard Capri Sun now, can't you? So that'd be actually kind of, well, maybe not Capri Sun. What was it? There was one that orange drink. Anyway, but get like a hard Capri Sun to where you could get it in a pouch. Now then, oh, that would be great. Sunny D. That's what I was thinking of. Sunny D has vodka now. So now I kind of want my liquor in a pouch. Oh, that is really cool. The tree back here. You can see it with all the rays coming out. Aww. Group hug on base. Yay. Come here, samurai. Oh. America has a weird cinnamon apple dessert. I love almost every cinnamon apple dessert I've ever had. I'm trying to really think of an apple cinnamon dessert that I haven't liked. Samurai's just a little moody, you know. They're uh saving up for their blue stream tomorrow. So they're just a little grumpy, maybe a little more pressure to their lives right now than they might be normally experiencing. Hi, CJ. Every time you hear Freebird, you can see players in Minecraft racing on boats and ice roads, initial D style. And see, every time I hear Freebird now, I think about all the many, many movies who have used it for drug use. So every time that, like, when they just go off and start going nuts on the music, is like all it reminds me is like is everybody's like bad drug trips. Mr. Match, so we should tease Bunky more. Yes, Mr. Match, that's true. You think that a man in his 40s could go a couple of days abstaining, but there are too many cuties around here? I know. Oh, and speaking of, I do need some. Um, okay, so you're gonna have to help me because I'll need somebody to like look at certain parts of my avatar that I'm making to make sure that everything looks correct. Because it's hard to see. When you're the bottom parts of you when you. So I may need somebody to go, hey, this right here looks a little strange. Spy. Anyway, here's Wonderwall. I know, Necro. It might be difficult to find volunteers. But sadly, I didn't get everything set up to where now it's just basically got like the base, very, very base color texture. So it's not going to look vastly different than it is currently. But anyway, the lighting in this world is very, very orange. But yeah, so yet another little wonderful comfy place to cuddle and whatnot here. Okay, so that was Catboy for 2 songs, and then we had, was it Maid Boy? Yeah, Maid Boy for Mingo. Dirges and Cyrus would be great to evaluate your avatar since it would be hard to get Yisto into poke it. This is true. Ah! Found out when they're stuffed animals. Also, another thing about Wispy Woo Worlds is they have the same stuffed animals and they'll put them like all over the world. So it's always fun to find them and like, familiar face. You're finally off, Spy? Ah, dang. But today is the 15th. This should be the last of your nutty days, isn't it? I know that there is a little bit of a like what is that? Like a cooldown till you're back to your normal ways. Because now you're going to get a lot of people that filing extensions and everything else. That'll be upset that you didn't read their mind and wanted their extension filed yesterday. Yeah. So yeah, okay. But yeah, pretty soon back to normal in just a little bit. Oh, and a little cubby hole with the other one. Noise. Ah. Can't get up in the hole. Man, I'm having a hard time getting in holes today. You don't file anything, you just provide the software? Ah, well, that is like actually really awesome. I thought that you guys would be helping out with the extensions and everything else. That would be, if tax day was like terrible, man, I could only imagine how upset people are the day after when they realize, I should have filed yesterday, and somehow this is all your fault. Can you tell I've done customer service before? I don't have much faith in customers to not be complete and utter tools. Ah. But this is just beautiful. It's hard to like see it here in like 2D, but just being able to look around, yeah, and get the view here. Even though this cubby hole may not be like the most impressive back here, your view outside is just phenomenal. I mean, seriously, Wispy outdoes themselves like after each build. This is just insanely cute and good looking. This would be a wonderful place to cuddle. But anyway, I'm going to tell this story not because to do a woe is me type thing, but just because it's funny to me in that I did it to myself. So anyway, in the midst of all my like last week being under cold and feeling terrible, blah blah blah, I get pissy. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to have like a giant plate of biscuits and gravy. And now I know that I am a little bit allergic to gluten. And normally it is like, gives me a bit of a stomach ache. But I'm like, I don't care. I'll drink some Pepto after. I am going to have like a big old plate of biscuits and gravy because it sounds so good. And yeah, I didn't think about it. I made way too many biscuits. And apparently my allergic reactions to stuff is very, very much like increased if I'm not feeling well. So I had not my normal, like just a couple of biscuits and gravy, which is usually kind of a little bit upsetting to my stomach, but fine. But I like had like a giant mound on a plate of crumbled biscuits, and I drowned the entire thing in gravy. And I'm just like, this is going to be good. And it was delicious. It was probably one of the best meals I've had in years. But anyway, eating that much gluten and that much wheat, like the entire next day I was throwing up. For an entire day, I'm just like, I was like walking around with a bucket and everything. And so I'm like, and every time, instead of being like, oh, I'm so sick, I'm like, you did this to yourself. This is 100% on you. You know that you shouldn't be eating this, and you went ahead and did it just because you're like, So my throat is still a little bit raw from the cold and like the tons of acid coming up from that day. But that's why like I kind of dropped out from and didn't do anything for a couple of days there, is just because I could not talk. It's like my voice was completely hashed. But so I found out that it is indeed an allergy. I've always kind of wondered what it was, because like my sister has a gluten intolerance, and if she has like even like half a biscuit, she would be in great pain and all this other stuff. And so I'm like, well, it's not that, you know. So what is going on with this? But anyway, I found out what it is. It is an allergy. Because like when I was like my sickest, is like I got like little red bumps and whatnot all around my elbows and like other things that came up, and I'm like, okay, this is an allergic reaction, 100%. So at least now I know it's just I have a very, very mild allergy to wheat. So normally, if I eat just a little bit, I'm fine. It's nothing to worry about. But I just cannot, make an entire meal out of bread. You have lactose intolerant, Spy? So it's not the biscuits, it's the gravy? Ah, I would hate not being able to have gravy. Gravy is one of my favorites. You regret the food with the bathroom runs for the rest of the day? Ah. But anyway, so that was my like little haha. Because I thought it was like I was laughing at myself, even though like at the time I was not having fun. So it'd be like, you get done at the toilet after kneeling down and praying to the porcelain gods. At the end, I'd be like, oh God, you're a dumbass. I mean, like, yeah, was a good meal though. Yeah, okay, it was a good meal. Because it kind of amazes me that some people don't have an internal voice, because I have full-on conversations with myself. So I'm like, man, that'd be pretty lonely if I didn't have the voices in my head. Your internal voice is always saying, don't do that. So you had to stop listening. I know. It's the worst thing. Like when you have to like ignore your own internal voice. Yeah. The voice that you're like, okay, you are, I don't know, for a better term, logic, and so I'm going to listen to you because you have a good problem solving skills, and it tells you a bunch of negative things about yourself, and you're like, and I have to ignore that. So I have to listen to you for like job related stuff, but the personal stuff I have to ignore you. Sorry. I think for me, the internal dialogue, like when you're really, really not doing well and tearing yourself down, that's the most difficult part. Is that for me, yeah, it is. It's the voice you rely on to get through your daily life, to kind of cope with life and like make sense of the world. And when that voice in your head starts turning negative, and you're like, oh, okay, but I can't listen to you now. So it's always that great debate. I'm serious. How do people like that don't have an internal voice like even process information? Because I'm always like running through things in my head, and so to think that you could just not have that, how do you even make plans? This is beautiful. Absolutely stunning. I think this little portion at Westview has really, really outdone themselves. Mild aphantasia? What's aphantasia? Okay, that was absolutely stunning back there. Let's see what the next rooms look like. We get the pool table world. Should have left that for last because, like, man, going from like absolutely phenomenally beautiful, something I have never seen here in VRChat, to like, oh, this is a room with the pool table. You don't picture things in your mind? Oh, that's right. That's right. You mentioned this before, but I didn't remember the name of it. And see, that is strange. Is I can, for me, like if you go picture an apple, I can do the full. It's like I have it there in Unity. You know, I can like twist it around, turn it, you know, and spin it around. It's it might not like. How can I put it? Again, I'm going to do like it in software terms because a lot of that's one of the reasons like software, um, at least with the 3D modeling just makes sense to me is because there's a lot like how my like head works. Is like I will conjure an apple and it will have the shape of an apple and whatnot, but like it may not have color, you know? And so then if somebody goes, well, is it a red or green apple? And I'll be like, red. Just not because I necessarily had skinned it yet. It didn't have a texture yet. It's just like automatically apples are red. Yeah. So the actual details of it, aren't there until like somebody asks for the details, if that makes any sense. Is I have an apple there in my head, I have the form, but it's not like a super specific image. Yeah, it's pretty much like if you said make an apple, I would have the form of it in my head, but it wouldn't be textured, yeah, and then you'd be like, what color is it? And then all of a sudden, like, boop, like an entire red apple texture with, shades of green on the top and blah 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 would come into effect, yeah. Mm, not me is like particularly like if I'm doing a project, like I was repairing the shower head the other day, um, and so in my mind I am going through like, okay, what tools do I need? And so I'll go through the entire project in my head. I'll like go, okay, I'm going to need a screwdriver to get the base plate off. The base plate will reveal like the thing here, and then I'm going to need not Allen wrench. Well, yeah, I will need an Allen wrench for to remove the handle. Yeah, and so like each one like then becomes um like those blowout designs, that you see, which I absolutely love. I love like anytime you're looking at something and if it has a blowout diagram, I'm just like, I love blowout diagrams because that's how my mind works. Is I'll picture that, then I'll picture the handle coming off, and then like the next piece coming out, yeah, and so forth as you get like more and more deeper into the thing. So anytime something has like a blowout diagram, I'm just like, oh, this makes so much sense. That couldn't be you. You don't know what you need until you get to the step, and then the thing I need is in some other room. Hmm. Yeah, that's why like my projects, the very first time I do something is always so difficult for me in that I can't do the diagram thing in my head because I have no idea what it is. I have no idea how it works. It's just a thing. I'm just poking at it, you know? And then after that, I can do like the second time I get like I'm able to visualize everything out, you know? But yeah, doing something for the first time is so laborious for me. Because I like to have those type of plans, and to not have that reference just drives me nuts. Oh, you can see the other room. Noise, noise, noise. Is like even right now is like I got a project where I need to tear down my front awning that is way overbuilt, like 100 years ago. So it is like just in giant slabs of wood and everything else that I need to rip apart. And even when I plan for that demolition, I am still like ripping boards apart, thinking about what will be underneath it, what would be the way to take everything apart. And I'm like, you planned this in your head like way more than the actual job is going to take. Because I've demolished that thing in my head like 50 different times, yeah. And I know the actual demolition will probably take like a day or two. Okay, let's go outside actually and see what he's got. Got this amazing little area here. Let's see what he has outside. Actually, I don't even know. Is Wispy Woo a guy or girl? I don't know. Probably should find that out one day. Oh, you got a little fishing spot. This song reminds you of Final Destination. Final Destination remains one of my favorite movies, not because the movie was any good. It was perfectly fine. I enjoyed Final Destination, but it was 100% audience interaction. I went like on the night it came out, and the audience was so super into it, you know, and so it was just the audience made it fun. Aw. Night night, Grumpy. And it's really good seeing you like on the thing like today. Thanks for sharing the link. Believe they use she, her, or she, they. Oh, okay. I'll try to remember that. Samurai, thank you. They, them. Ah, nice. Okay. All right. I will attempt to remember that then, because I am sure that we will be going to many more Miss Wispy Woo worlds because they are like insanely talented at this. Wait, didn't we already hear this one earlier? Because this is the one that doesn't have like Run DMC with it. So we will skip because we listened to that one at the first of the stream. Oh, wait, okay. Since Soup isn't here. I know. Sid let me copy this one the other night, so I was like, yeah, I finally have a copy. No, Soup is here. Ah. See, I was going to try doing this while you weren't here. But for anybody who doesn't know, this is like Soup's like new avatar that they're using, and they are adorable in it. So if you ever see this like out in VRChat, it could very well be Soup. But yeah, it looks so much better with like face tracking. This is one of those things that like this captures a lot of the personality of the people that are using the avatar. So, like, if you ever get a chance to see it, like here in VR chat with face tracking, it does. Is like it makes like the entire thing just it animates so well. I gum. You added emissive lighting to the Abbey. So much better. Thank you, Starflight. Oh, also got a new Cobalt as well. I'll have to show that later. And that one I got from Soup. You deleted your project, Soup? Let's see. Water. Cheers, Starflight. Hello, Utread. Yeah. Actually, Soup sent me a message earlier, and they were like, it was like a little meme with all the different like rock and roll bands on it. I'm like, okay, tonight is definitely going to be a dad rock like song or type of music night. You're high as fuck, Starflight? That's weird. You're high as fuck, Starflight? That's weird. How am I doing? I am doing really good, Red. You're high as fuck, Starflight? That's really weird. All night. Each day. You're high as fuck, Starflight? That's really weird. Aw, why thank you, Red. Yeah, this is my Lambie, and I absolutely adore it. It's one of my favorite avatars. You're high as fuck, Starflight? That's really weird. Yeah. You can play this song? Nice. But I'm excited that Yusto is working on a new outfit. Hopefully, it is another public one. You were bad today. You had a double cheeseburger and 2 ice cream shakes. Ah, dang. Yeah, double cheeseburger is like when I want to be kind of a little bit self-destructive, but at the same time have a good meal. I'll get like a big old double cheeseburger. But man, 2 shakes on top of that. Oof. I'm impressed. I couldn't eat that much. You wake your metalhead side once again? Ah, nice. We all need to like embrace our inner metalhead. Hello, Chef Bote. Okay, I absolutely adore this cavern up here. Let's go up here for just a little bit more. There we are. Welcome, Maxie Loves, everyone. Hey, Maxie. Uh, might have some news for you, Maxie. Aw, why thank you, Maxie. Yeah. I can have a guy here. Always making me grab you. Here, we're gonna check you down the hall. Ads will be starting up in about a minute or two. Should play the song My Bubblegum? Is it? I don't remember My Bubblegum being Dad Rock. Is My Bubblegum Dad Rock? Hi, Grumus. Hello, nurse. Aw. Yay, Animaniacs. Awesome. Creed is dad rock in your opinion? Creed? Creed? Give us at least another 5 years before Creed becomes dad rock. Let us ease into that one. We're old? I think we are, Samurai. I think we are. Hello, Nicomancer. What would you like to hear, Spy? Okay, so we have Gay Bar by Electric Six. And welcome back, everybody. I hope it's a French dip. I'm kind of hungry. And all this talk of a jus. Gonna go to sleep now. Can you get kisses, please? Aw, Maxie. Come here. Fooled you. Why does the Lambie have to be so cute? I know. Lambies are adorable. Absolutely one of my favorite avatars. But hello, Xander, Iron Fox. Okay, that's going to have to go into a playlist. Yes, it is. Indeed, Ozzy. And look, another hole. I mean, I swear, tonight's stream is like just all about holes. Hello, one good eye. If you could, you would book, hug, and cuddle me. What does booking do? Have I been booked before? I've booked myself. It's going really good, Necromancer. Today's been a good day. Did some work on my other avatar. I'm doing a Goblin Girl right now and working on the skin texture. I think that's going to turn out super cute. And then I'm also keeping an eye out for like different parts of her outfit I want to put together. Poop. Ah, no poops. Only pets. Hmm. Hey, autism. I mean, sup? See, I can be cool. I can be hip. I can be with it. Haha. I am very in touch with all the hip. I don't even. Yeah, I can't even say the line correctly. Yeah. So Yeah, I'm definitely hipping with it. Mm. Aw, Aria. Come here, Aria. Aw. I know. How do you do, fellow kids? But I figure that's pretty much my like normal day. Anybody that's like under 30 is like a kid to me. It's like, eh. You know what? When you hit 40, then we'll talk about you getting into the front seat. Until then, you're in the back seat, apple slices, juice boxes. You know, that's it. Hi, Foosh. For once, you're not working. Ah, so we won't be like relegated to your pocket. Which, man, sometimes it gets a little bit crowded in there. You should probably really make some room. I may end up having to go get myself a second like bottle of water. Your crackers reset, Nico? Ah, I didn't know that happened. Well, that sucks. You weren't able to get the moped Foosh? Ah, that sucks. Well, hopefully you get another one that you stumble across. So, can you have pizza? Ah. Well, I am jealous. Pizza sounds insanely good. Yeah, an e-bike instead, a Concord Elite? Noise! That actually, like, depending on the density of your city, could end up being, like, a lot better. Samurai wants pizza? I know, pizza does sound so good. And not a food stream chat? Ah, it is that time of night, Soup. Trying not to eat while you're sitting all day? Ah. Well, you need to eat at least a little bit. Oh, and what is that I heard that? Are you still on the Ozempic or were you taking a break from it? Gonna watch the Return of the King, but it's like 5 hours long. Yeah, the extended editions get a little nutty. You had to stop the Ozempic because of the side effects, but you never want a Diet Coke again. Well, I guess that's a plus. Hmm. Hopefully, any lingering side effects are like positive ones. Hmm. I know diet sodas I'm not too fond of is like if it comes down to like, do you want a diet soda? I'm like, I would really much prefer water. Weekend for the weekend. This song you can't hear it without seeing Terry Crews doing that scene. Well, thankfully, I don't know which scene you're talking about. Yeah, despite having grown up with this music and everything else, is like I still don't really know a lot of the names unless I sit down and really think about it. And I'm like, eh, for whatever reason, names just do not stick in my head. Do I listen to any Metallica or metal? Yes, I do. However, um, when I was in high school, metal was like very overplayed, so I don't listen to a lot of it. But I do love punk still. Punk and like 90s grunge rock, I absolutely adore. But 80s hair metal rock is like I have to be in the mood. And so tonight I was in the mood, so like I get to play one of the playlists that I rarely ever get to have on the stream. So tonight has been fun. You're a massive metalhead, Foosh. Night night, Spirit Fox. Grunge was just the name that industry gave to Seattle punk, more or less. But I can remember it's kind of funny is like I remember back in the day like doing the grunge thing and like basically because like all my old farm clothes were suddenly in style. It's like, oh, nice. Thermals and like, shirts that are just like way warm or like finally in style, yeah. And so um like that was pretty nice for a couple of years, and then I can remember watching TV, and the moment I knew grunge was over is that there was like a TV commercial where like suddenly like the they were talking about different styles of cars and whatnot, and they were like, "Oh, let's do the grunge thing," and all of a sudden like they had a new car, and like a guy came out and all this like totally like obviously a model wearing grunge outfit. It was like, oh, okay, grunge is officially dead now. You see it in a commercial, it's like, okay, it's past its prime. See, you need to go out and find a flannel? Not me. I had an entire closet full because, oh, they are so nice and warm. A really good flannel shirt, yeah, in the middle of winter is like just wonderful. You just kind of don't look good in flannel? I don't know. I doubt that. I'm thinking that Samurai is a cutie. I mean, we've seen their feet. Okay, I haven't seen your feet. Soup wouldn't share the picture with me, but one day I hope to see Samurai's feet. A cardigan? Oh, cardigans are nice. Hey, Specs. You could put your feet pictures on Fansly. This is true. Yeah, you never know. Welcome the fluffy void. Now I'm trying to think of what the fluffy void would look like. Stare into the void. Oh, it's so cozy. You think Soup owes you a subscription, at least for those free foot pics? Your local void has arrived. I'm hoping there's potentially some more voids here. Hmm, could be fluffy. Down the line. Pure black, no color fur? Ah. I was wondering what a void was, but I was being hip and like with it and totally acting like I knew what you were talking about. Brain can't stop imagining you in rainbow-colored crow, but it looks like the rainbow light you'd see in dark oil that's reflecting light. Hmm. Hmm. I have an outfit that's kind of partly like that. But yeah, if you get a chance to see Crow, they're often here in VRChat. They are absolutely adorable. And they are monocolored. So I think you would really, really enjoy a Fluffy Void. Speaking of meeting up here in VRChat, I will be on uh, after the stream tonight, but I do want to switch headsets and see if I can't get um, the facial tracking working and seeing if it will run any decent length without like my OBS and streaming software going. Like I said, I will be on after the stream, but I may be about 20 minutes after the stream before I put up like a world that we can all join. Welcome, Big Chumbastis. Though he's often in his Bat Boy Abby these days. I know Crow is using and abusing that like Bat Boy now that he has like VR. Or I should say the Bat Boy's been used and abused. What? Did I say too much? Oh. Come here, Crow. You little cutie. Aw, such a good boy. Well, let's see. Where should we cuddle tonight? Because these worlds are good for cuddling, but I am thinking that. Oh. Cat daddy? Okay. Dad Rock needs a dad cat? I know it does. This does fit the music a little bit better. Aw, that's so sweet. Thank you, Samurai. Oh, that didn't actually go out. Noise, noise, noise. But anyway, somebody was trying to like ban evade, and the message got caught up, and Samurai took care of it before it even came out. So thanks again, Samurai, for keeping us safe. While working on the ASMR script, noise, noise, noise. So are you going to do the ASMR on the Blue Twitch tomorrow? Is that going to be something that you'll be able to do here on Twitch? Or are you going to do it on both? And have like the Blue ASMR be your like testing ground? For those who may not be aware, Samurai does some more detailed gaming and like a little bit more frisky activities here in VRChat on Blue Twitch every Wednesday. This will be a thing you'll record and probably put on YouTube. It's not spicy one yet. Ah, okay. So you're going to try to get some ASMR content on YouTube. Noise, 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 noise. I know. I was like, I wanted, like I said, I want to get like the punk outfit for Dear Boy, so I can like do some rambling. I don't know if like angry rambling will be like a like something that people enjoy or not, but I'm like, you know what? During like all the streaming and like stuff and whatnot is like, I think Dear Boy very very much like encompasses my like penchant for cuddling and whatnot, and I like being like cute and all that other good stuff. But I think every now and then I do need to vent. And so like maybe I will do that with like a punk rock version of Dear Boy. But this will just be you explaining Thaco. Hello, magical swamp wizard. But this will just be you explaining Thaco. To hit armor class of 0 in Dungeons and Dragons, for those who may not be aware. So the perfect topic for like some ASMR. Very, very sultry. But let's see, where should we do cuddle time tonight? Oh, that's right. Um, I think Grumpy already went to bed for the night, but they did give me the idea. And it's been a while since we've been to like the futuristic bedroom that with the raining outside. Mr. Match, back from lurking, somehow never occurred to me that Crow is a chromatic cutie. You know, I never put the two together either there, Mr. Match. So, like, yeah. Where is that world? Ah, there we are. Solar Cap. Okay, let's hop there for right now because like this world is beautiful. And again, if you haven't been to it, definitely come here. It's Wispy Woo's new world. One moment, let me hurry and bring up the name. It is called Loft Crest. So definitely give it a look. It is like insanely beautiful here. And another one of those that you really, really need to see in VR because it is like super enjoyable and it does have that cozy vibe. In Hoppin' Worlds now. Oh. Yeah, this is a really nice world. This is actually, like I said, it's pretty nice. When it first came out, it was not optimized at all, but I like that the world creator took the um, like time to really optimize this place and where it now is like a really good place to have as a home world or just to have a couple of friends over. This is called Solar Cabins. Yes, pair. Do you need something, son? mm. Mm. Ah. You think the maid would fit in here more? Well, they are in the redeems. So what is the world called again? Solar House? Yeah, I think it is. Let me double check. Solar Cabin. J-Man received redeemed gift head pat. Ah, thank you, J-Man. Oh. Ah, where's my clothes eyes? There we go. But I think I need a couple of like just real world outfits on all my characters because you get so used to like seeing like super outlandish stuff here in VR chat, that, actually seeing somebody in normal clothes is a rarity. So I'm like, yeah, I totally need to do that. Or just fluff. True, true. The good thing about like being furry is that you can always just, hey, that outfit looks offensive. Okay, fine. I'm just going to take it all off. and somehow that's fine. Hello, Black Thunderbolt. Clothes, I know. Who wears clothes? Which is funny is like when I start streaming is I actually have to put clothes on. eh, didn't come up. One thing. There we go. Ah, I got crabs again. Oh no. Are you sure it's not crabs? You know where I pulled this out? I mean, of course, it's cuttlefish. As long as there's modesty fluff, it should be okay. I know. Oh, modesty fluff. Thank you, Necronite. Wait. For head pats, I'd be like, Necro. Head pats. Head pats. Carver would totally like grab your hand and be like, ah. And he wants head pats. Hello, gimme Oreos. Give me all your Oreos? Heck no, I got like, which ones were they? I have like the mint flavored Oreos in the cabinet. I am not letting go of those. Them are fighting words. Hello, Star Canis. This is Carby. Hi, Nightwolf. We're going to have ads starting here in about 2 minutes. Now I want Oreos. Ah. And you want brain cells? Oh, sorry, gimme. Ugh. Can't do it. I got like 1 or 2 left, you know? Man. And I have to share that with Samurai like half the time, so yeah. Gonna have to go somewhere else for that. You give me permission to eat a mint Oreo as a treat? Aw, why thank you, Mr. Matt. Okay, so we're going to be doing cuddle time here in just a little bit. I think on the break, I am going to hurry and like prepare my area. As like, if you can't tell, like I've been having tons of drinks tonight, and I do need to get another bottle of water. You're using the brain cell right now due to the silliness your priest Thaco progressed. I know. It's like I'm trying to do a stream, Samurai, and you're using the brain cell. Ah, I'm just left to my own devices. Ah. Okay, I'll be right back. 20 months, Samurai? Dang. That means that my 2-year anniversary from coming back to streaming is coming up. Welcome back, everybody. Well, welcome, Gimme Oreo. My left leg is currently being a butt. Let's see if I can hurry and fix it. There we go. Aw, thank you, people. Your affiliate anniversary is in June? Seriously? Oh my goodness. This year went by quick. Just over 2 months. Oh my goodness. hmm. Hmm. Cheers, Fade Blade. So Samurai started streaming when Crows came out of the closet. Ah. It was meant to be. I know. It's like I need to do a marathon. I watched Samurai do his marathon, and it was so much fun. uh, because like, man, you could tell when like Samurai hit that wall. When they're just like, okay, I'm ready for it to be over, and I'm like, yes, yes, it is time to keep dinging them with like, subs and like bits. Must keep them playing. uh, See, I like being evil if it's fun. I know, that is a crazy amount of time. Maybe that's what I'll do for my anniversary as well. Try to actually get myself to do a marathon. uh, Yeah. I had a very specific purpose with like his marathon stream, and I was like, yeah, 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 yeah. Hello, Alex. Your brain still looks at the pre-Thaco and chart and goes, "What were they thinking?" Yeah, Thaco is a curse. To me, I think like D&D prospered despite Thaco. Because I can remember even like back in the day, every time we brought somebody in, they'd be like, "Why are we subtracting with this? Why don't we just add it?" It's like, because it's just the way the game is. Just to be confusing, I think so. I think like the original D&D players just like numbers. Yeah. Welcome, furries. Or furry 5. But yeah, we're just doing cuddle time right now. So it's a time of the night where we just get to kick back, relax, get some head pats. Speaking of, come here. Aw. Aw, so cute. Hmm. It is one of my favorite parts about VR chat is the cuddling. Thought not, taking a half hour for a single round of combat. I know. For when I played like 2A, we had like it all mapped out like for an entire 20 some odd numbers. Oh, why? Thank you, Furry. The texture I did myself on this one, it's like the default texture, but like I added the freckles here. Also added some highlights to the fur and everything in the hair. And of course, a different bow and all this other stuff. So a lot of little subtle things that I like to change on it. Um, and I'm doing that currently on another model right now for a goblin girl. And so it's kind of like what I like to do is I don't know. Is like I like adding a lot of small details to where maybe people won't recognize the like everything that's been put into it, but that's kind of the point. Yeah. It always like it's kind of crazy is like when you're doing different like pieces of art and whatnot, like some of the most like time consuming parts is what if you do it right, people won't even notice. And so it's it is how it is for like art different art projects. speaking of which, I do need to like check to see how her skin came out and different lighting thing. So I'm gonna swap over really briefly. See how her texture turned out. If I need to do any more work on it. Okay. And so let's hurry in. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so in a brighter light, it still looks good. Noise, noise, noise. Okay. That. So still need to work on the eyes and a bunch of other stuff. But I think she is going to turn out pretty good. Hello, Mala Dabala. I am doing really good. Today's been a very good day. Been productive, and I got to work on my other model that I'm playing around with. And I got face tracking to last almost a half hour before it crashed. So I'm taking that as a win. Um, Last time it crashed as soon as I booted up the streaming software. So all in all, it's been a really good day. Pressurized spells? I don't remember that. Hi, Desario. There's a mechanic where if you shot a fireball in a small room, it would cause an even bigger explosion, probably wiping out your party. Ah, okay. So, basically, like going off of like how you, um, like normal explosions in a like more sturdy container. Okay. So the spell worked with other spells like Tidal Wave or Cloud Kill. Ah. So in other words, you could just way overpower it like a fireball then. You know, it's always one of those things that when I play D&D, that, you know, I actually liked using the books. A lot of people don't like using the books for adventures and whatnot. They like to do their own everything. No Poops Gold Wolf Club, only pets. But like, I always liked using the books in that, like, your players are going to ruin encounters. They are going to find something that is just completely dumb or like original thinking, or, you know, they're just going to do something that wipes out like the entire encounter as written or as planned, you know? And so by using the books, I had no emotional attachment whatsoever to the encounter. So every time somebody would come up with a clever way to get around it, or like completely, like, you know, sidestep it entirely, I always like was rooting for them instead of like being upset that, oh, my master plan has been ruined. Instead, it's like I got to enjoy it with like all the players as well. So I always thought that was one like thing about like using prepared module set. Like you just don't get if you're doing it all homebrew. I have no idea how to pronounce it. So welcome, Kyo Jishrovet. Hello, Sanford Michael. Yeah, accidentally killed your player party with a red dragon fire breath when they breathed down a 5 foot wide hallway they were running down. It happened. I think for player wipes and whatnot, you need like a plan if it ever happens. And so I always had in my back pocket a plan to basically, hello, leg, what are you doing? But anyway, my back pocket always had a plan for them to basically fight back through hell, you know? And so I had that already planned out in like a little module set up to where if the worst ever happened and an entire party wiped out, is there was still a method for them to come back. Hello, puppy. Hmm. I would fudge the numbers when I DM'd, but only for like the first or second level. After that, it was whatever it was. Because like the first level, like people are so squishy that I didn't feel bad about, you know, maybe going, yeah, hey, yeah, that only did like a little bit of damage and not like the entire amount. But after like the first level, is I really felt that, you know what, they've got tons of different things that they can do. Yeah. And like I said, I always had um, the party wipe adventure set in the back of my head. To where if they all did die, then so be it. It just happened. So when I play D&D, it is one of those where um, after the first or second level, I do all my rolls outside the screen. So at least for damage and whatnot, for attacks and damage. But you never try to fudge anything too much. Yeah, it's important to have a nice balance there. But yeah, uh, so that was always kind of my philosophy when I was DMing is that, you know what, is like you get training wheels like the first level or two, and after that, it's just the dice gods decide. Yeah, and also I found with my players is that if there was something that you wanted them to do, you'd have to constantly remind them of it. So you'd have to like always be like, "All right, so you're going to the town, the one with the cleric with the big church on in the town. Yeah, that one. Uh-huh." But one thing that I always liked about playing D&D is that the failures were as much fun as like the successes, you know. And I always thought that was an important tool to have in your bag as a DM is that particularly with the critical and fumbles that you can have if you choose to go by those rules. Um, it was always important that the fumbles had to be entertaining, to where it wasn't just like, oh, you slipped and like damaged yourself, I always wanted to bring out like the specifics of it, like, you're fighting on a table and like the leg goes out from underneath it, and that's why you fumbled and like you're taking damage or going prone, you know, is that I think a lot of times, um, particularly with the fumbles that they are playing the heroes and whatnot, so they need to do their super cool critical stuff, but also most of the times when they fumbled, it wasn't something that they didn't per se. It was something like an environment failed or they were unaware of. Yeah, make them work for it, but give them an out. Yeah. So being a DM in like Dungeons and Dragons is always like a weird mix because um, like in real life, being the center of attention is kind of like is not comfortable for me at all. But at the same time, I like making up the worlds. I like setting up a plot and seeing how people interact with like moral dilemmas and whatnot. And so it's always fun to see um, people's reactions and whatnot to the story and everything. Typically made fumbles not too bad for the player, yeah, but more severe for the NPC. Don't dismember the players too much. Yeah, and that was one of the things that, like, I never actually took limbs off or whatnot on fumbles and all that other stuff, unless they were doing something that they knew losing a limb was going to be a risk. But like just normal sword fights and whatnot, that was never the case. Just because, yeah, you don't want to nerf your your players' characters that much. And also, as a DM, you always have to remember that the entire point of the game is that they all get to have fun. As much as you might want to do a nice dramatic story and tell the most interesting tale ever, in the end, you are just trying to entertain the other people. And Leg, what are you doing tonight? Hi, Ben Ben. Hey, Pip. Yeah, it's their story. Exactly. You're just there to help them facilitate and tell that story. Come here, Pip. Come here, little one. Aww. Such a good girl. Give me your brain cells. No can do, Oreos. I need those brain cells. Yeah, take pips. What is going on with my foot? You don't get very many and they kind of don't work right. But yay! Aw. The tail is hypnotizing? It does have a nice tail. I like this model.
It's always crazy. Like right now, I know that like my local taco place I really like is closed, and so right now I am craving their tacos. And I'm like, why is it as soon as you know you can't have something that you desperately want it? Because I'm a brat. Okay, I think a little bit I am slightly a brat. Hello, Aunt. How you doing tonight? Hello, Sir Noodle Archer. Okay, you're gonna have to ignore this leg. I have no idea what's going on with it, but as you can tell, it's doing its own thing. Look at that. It's got a mind of its own. Is it gonna keep doing that? Is it gonna go back to where it belongs? Who knows? Okay, it's just possessed today. And hello, Femboy Juggalo. Okay, we might have to move around the room a little bit. I have no idea what is going on with this tracker. Why would this be a dead spot? It's right in the middle of the room. Hmm. And how is Sir Noodle Archer doing tonight? How does a leg go through your spine? Very carefully. You have to be very talented. Does it hurt when your leg literally phases through your spine? No, it feels good actually. You know how you every now and then you get that itch in your back that you just can't reach? You know? You just have to get your leg to phase through your spine and it goes away. So it's actually quite enjoyable. How do you do that? Well, first you need to limber up, okay? So that's important to do a lot of stretches. Hello, Kitamori. Welcome, welcome. So, you're tired? Aw. Why are you so tired, Keto? Yeah. So you want to first start out with like normal stretches? Mm, get those arms stretched out. Your night shift job? Ah. Working night shift can be rough, but honestly, I really, really liked it, enjoyed it. Um, I like being able to have my time off or like be during like the normal day hours and like plus on your weekend, whatever days those may be, is nobody expects anything of you because you're up all night. I always loved like the um, people would be like, "Hey, do you want to do this social thing?" I'd be like, "Oh, sorry. Oh man. Oh, that's right during my normal sleep time. Oh, I would love to go do this pointless thing that you're wanting to do, but oh man, nah, I'm sorry, man. I can't. I'm sleeping." See, new side mission accepted. Learn how to make leg face through spine. Hmm. I have faith in you, Gimme. I think you can do it. Hello, Hydration Night. Why do you think your sleep schedule is backwards? Same reason. Yeah, I know. uh, is like anybody who's a like serious night out. I think that I don't know. Is I love like knowing that um I don't know. Anytime I'm doing like if I have a normal sleep schedule, anytime I'm not doing something that, I should be doing is like I'll sit there and stress out about it and blah blah blah, So it's almost impossible to have like a little bit of downtime to where you're like, you know what, I'm just gonna play a game. you know. But if my sleep schedule is completely messed up and I'm like working a graveyard or an afternoon job and like day sleeping, then I don't have that issue. Have I been watered recently? I have not. My throat is very, very scratchy. The hydration night. Welcome, hydration night. Wonder what it's like falling asleep while playing VRC. It's actually pretty nice. One of my favorite things, like mentioned, is cuddling here. So it's like every time I do that, it's like I get really tired and comfortable, and I like end up like zonking out for just a little bit. Find that your anxiety is super high during the day. Yeah, exactly, Pip. Um, is for anybody who might have anxiety issues, like honestly, like avoiding the daytime is like one of the best things that you can do. Of course, I say that as like an unemployed bum currently, but so take my advice with a very, very large chunk of salt. Yeah. And thank you, Samurai, for the drink. Cheers, Samurai. You got a question, Oreo? Why is a wall a wall? I don't know. Mm. Yes, it's important to properly hydrate your femboy. If you want them to grow, then you definitely need to give them some hot water. Particularly, it helps with their hydraulic functions. The only reason you say these things, you're wondering how it's like to wake up with a headset on your face. Well, pretty much like right when you're waking up, you can feel the headset. There's only been one time that caught me off guard. I was testing out my other headset, which is um, a little bit more comfortable in that it kind of this one is like a set of goggles that you put on and then like kind of bind it to your head. The other headset I have is a Quest Pro, and that one kind of just sits on your head like a hat to where you don't really feel it. And what I did is I was working on an avatar, doing like the face tracking and whatnot. And anyway, I ended up falling asleep in my chair working on that until like the wee hours of the morning. And so that one, I did wake up and then I was right in front of a mirror. So I wake up to this. I'm like, hello. Uh, so that was the only time I ever jumped from waking up in VR. All the rest of the times, you kind of feel the headset on you or something, and so you kind of get a reference for it before you even get to like somewhat awake. You remember Chuck E. Cheese playing this song? Nice. You cannot fall asleep with a headset on. You'd love to wake up with pause. It is pretty nice. When is a door not a door? When it's ajar. Yeah. I know. It's actually kind of creepy when you wake up with a deer boy right in your face. You've woken up and looked at your hands, been confused they weren't bunny paws. Yeah. Yeah. So like yeah. So sleeping in VRC is super easy for me. I have no idea why. Um I just lay down on my side, and if I'm like in a comfortable spot, and like particularly if somebody's like um cuddling or giving me head pats or whatnot, then I just zonk out. Yeah, and that's one thing that if you have tried VR or haven't tried VR before, is I highly recommend is turning down the brightness of your headset. For whatever reason, it's like, man, they think the default should be bright, blinding lights. I always turn down my headsets by about 50%. And so everything I see has the um, light power turned way down. Night night hydration night. Yeah, it's like when I first got my headset, not only did I have trouble with motion sickness, but it's giving me headaches. And so I was like, man, this sucks. This is something I have been super looking forward to. But and that was the trick. It was cutting down like the power of the light on it, just so dimming everything quite a bit to where I stopped getting headaches and all that. So it worked out pretty well. And so now every time I get a headset now, it's like the very first thing I do is I go into my settings and I'm like, all right, dim. But yeah, it's like for me, I still have to do the teleportation locomotion, and that even though I have spent countless hours here in VR chat, I still get motion sick. So for me, VR is one of those situations to where like as long as I am like doing this, like I everything I see and do is under my own locomotion, then everything's fine. But it's when I start doing artificial locomotion or moving around, like first person or like in a vehicle or something in a game, then it's like nope, 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 nope. Yeah, so that's my recommendation is that if you are getting headaches with your headset, then turn down the light like brightness just a little bit. That might help. Welcome, Ico Crypt. IDVT. So how you doing, Ico? Let's see. see. There we go. And it was. Tonight was a really, really good night. So thank you everybody for everything. Thanks for all the follows tonight, all the bits and the subs. Hmm. Night night, Andy. Night night, Samurai. And as I mentioned earlier, I will be on VRChat later tonight. I'll spin up a world here in about 20 minutes. Also, tomorrow is Samurai's Blue stream, so if you're interested in watching a little bit more adult-oriented content, you can go on Blue Twitch and watch them there. And that's always a good time. Night night, Spy. Night night, Necro. Night night, Bin Bin. Good night, Andy. Night night, Sanford. Night night, Poppy. I know. Blue Twitch. What is that? Oh, what could it be? mm. Night night, Bin Bin. Okay, let's see. Who should we raid? Okay, this person is doing a dragon, not like a dragon, you know, furry type avatar, but just a dragon. So I'm curious. I want to see what they're doing. All right, bye bye everybody. Night night, Gimme. Night night, Poppy. All right, bye bye. 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 Bye 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 bye. Bye bye. Oh, and bye, Yisto.